In today's world, modern technique shapes how we interact with technology and the world around us. Unlike ancient techniques like the invention of the wheel, modern techniques is intertwined with science, driving progress and innovation. However, this progress raises ethical questions about the impact of our actions. As we navigate scientific and technological advancements, it's essential to consider the ethical implications and responsibilities that come with them.
Hello, my name is Pablo Casares Juarez, and I'm going to answer the question about ethical responsibility of knowledge. Okay, so the first question is what should be the ultimate purpose of the investigation and genetic manipulations? To what extent are the values or perspective that allows to clarify and limit such purpose? Okay, so the limited purpose of genetic research and manipulation must prioritize the advancement of human well-being while respecting ethical limits. This includes addressing genetic disease, improving quality of life, and understanding fundamental biological process. The value and perspective that can guide and limit this purpose may include principles such as beneficence, not maleficence, autonomy, justice, and respect for human dignity. These values help clarify the ethical implication of genetic research and set limits on permissible actions. The second question is to what extent you think there must be freedom for families to have economic possibilities to modify their children through genetic improvement techniques. Okay, so I have two arguments. The first one is families should be free to access genetic improvement techniques if they have the financial means, as it potentially allows them to prevent genetic disease or improve disease traits in their offspring. This empowers people to make decisions about the health and well-being of their family. The bad thing is that economic freedom for genetic modification could exacerbate existing social inequalities, creating a divide between those who can offer genetic improvement and those who cannot. This could lead to discrimination, inequalities, and possibly even the emerging of a genetic underclass. In conclusion, the potential benefits of genetic improvement are recognized. It is crucial to ensure equitable access and consider the wider sociality implications. Any policy must balance individual freedom with concern about justice and social consequences. What will be the criteria you will give to affirm that a life no longer deserves to be lived? How does human dignity criterion intervenes? This is the third question. Okay, so a decision about the worth of life must be approached with great caution and respect for human dignity. A criteria for stating that a life is no longer worth living may include consideration of unbearable suffering, irreversible loss of cognitive function, and the individual's own wish expressed through advanced directives. Human dignity serves as a fundamental criterion, remind us that we must preserve the inherent value and worth of every human being, regardless of his or her condition. This criterion gives decision about end-of-life care, ensuring that interventions are aligned with the dignity and autonomy of the individual. And the last question is, to what extent is it possible to think about establishing a minimum ethic in bioethics? While recognizing the complexity and context dependence of ethical dilemmas, it is possible and necessary to establish minimal ethics that provide a framework for ethical decision making in various disciplines. These minimal ethics may consist of universal principles such as respect for autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice, which serve as fundamental values applicable to various bioethical problems. So this is my answer to these questions. Thank you very much.
So, by taking a look in this information and analyzing it, We can get many conclusions from it. Talking about the ultimate goals of genetic research, the main aim of studying genetics should be like to improve human health and well-being. However, we need clear rules because we're not sure how far we should go. We must focus on doing good, not harming anyone, respecting people's choices, and making sure everyone gets treated rightly. Freedom for talking about freedom for genetic changes. Families should be allowed to use genetic techniques if it helps their child's health. It gives them control over their family's future. And talking about in another having another poster about this topic, we can say letting only rich families modify their children could make society even more unfair. It could also make it feel like products and put pressure on everyone to be perfect. So in conclusion, it's okay to let families make these choices, but we need strict rules to make sure everyone can access them fairly. Talking about deciding when life should end, I think we should think about ending someone's suffering when their life is no longer worth living. It's about treating people with respect and compassion, but we need to make these decisions carefully with input from doctors, ethic experts, and of course the person involved. Talking about setting basic rules in bioethics, even though bioethics covers many different topics, we can still agree on some basic rules. These rules should be about treating people well, doing good, and being fair to everyone. While some cases might need special attention, having these basic rules help us make fair decisions in all situations. Without them, people might have different ideas about what is right and what is wrong.